posting one song each day. It kind of wipes me out a bit, you know? I've just been working super hard on trying to make this series a thing. I've been getting some feedback of people saying they like it or they don't. View says otherwise, but seems that you guys enjoy it so far. Today is a very special, scary Sunday. As you can tell, my voice is almost healed back to normal. Thankfully, I can start doing my own stuff again. I don't have to either heavily edit my voice out so that it doesn't sound like I'm dying or don't record myself at all. But my voice is coming back. It's doing its stuff. It's making recovery. Anyways, you might be thinking, well, what is so special about this scary Sunday? Instead of telling scary stories or other things, I tell about scary things I've realized. It's been uncovering itself. So I do have to say, it's not going to be a story, it's just going to be stuff I'm going to be saying. You guys know this thing, right? My makeshift Ouija board with a planchette. The thing is, I tried to get rid of that thing like a week ago. Somehow it showed up back in the garage. I didn't think throwing it away in the garbage can was a good idea. Like, this thing keeps coming back to me for some reason. It's weird anyways. So, have you guys ever looked at a TV show that said, hey, I remember that. Why is it that way? A while back, I made a SpongeBob theory. If you guys did not see that video, that's fine, because this video is going to be all about that. The SpongeBob conspiracy. Many people have questioned, and many theories have been made online. What is the Krabby Patty secret formula? And I'm going to say this. The Krabby Patty secret formula is not a secret formula. Now, if you've seen my previous theory, you know what I'm going to say next, but this time I have added details. I believe Mr. Krabs made the Krabby Patty secret formula to entertain himself. Hey, what's up? I'm the Asian guy. People might start calling me the next Alex Bale because I'm going to make SpongeBob theories very, very soon. People want to see that one. Anyways, my belief is that the Krabby Patty secret formula is a hoax. Let me explain. There's been very, very inconsistencies inside the show. Sometimes the secret formula is a scroll in a bottle. Sometimes Krabs says it's an old family recipe. Sometimes it's in a book. Why is there so many different forms of the Krabby Patty secret formula? If it's a secret formula, it would not be printed multiple times. It's a one-time thing. And we know from previous episodes that Krabs discovered the perfect patty batter. And we've also seen the Krabby Patty formula of different things. But usually when we see it, it doesn't really say anything. It just says a bunch of garbage. And multiple times that Plankton is trying to steal the secret Krabby Patty formula, he always imminently fails. No matter what he does. The thing is, let me state fact number one. Krabby Patty secret formula is a hoax. Here's the reason why. Krabs have gone to extreme lengths to go into different plans to get the money from Bikini Bottom citizens. What is stopping him from doing this as well with the secret formula? Think about it. If you're in Bikini Bottom and you hear there's a restaurant with this secret recipe that makes their hamburgers or patties so good, irresistibly good, that you just have to try it. Of course, secret formula, it's better than any other restaurant. So what is stopping Krabs from doing that? Question yourself. If Krabs can go to the extreme length to sometimes legit robbing people by increasing the prices, there's nothing stopping him from creating a secret formula as a way to draw in more guests. I believe that's why the Krabby Patty secret formula is a hoax. Also, I would say Krabs is very lonely. He likes to show people that he's better than everybody else. So, why does he do this? He picks out someone he knows he can win in a fight. Someone maybe smaller than the size of a pinhead. Someone maybe about this size. Someone who lives probably just next to him in his restaurant. Someone who he envies after all kinds. I'm talking about the little green plankton. Sheldon Plankton. Now, you've noticed, Plankton has tried many ways to steal the Krabby Patty secret formula because Plankton thinks if he gets the formula, he can control all of Bikini Bottom. But he fails every time, no matter what tactic he uses. And Krabs always just kicks him off, laughing, and he eventually deals harm to Plankton. Plankton has legit went to extreme length to cut a hole in the safe, to blasting the safe with dynamite, to barging in the door, to straightly destroying the Krabby Patty secret formula vault. After all this collateral damage, you think Krabs could just sue Plankton and get a bunch of money. But no, Krabs doesn't do that. Because Krabs knows if Plankton gets arrested, he will have no one else to torture unless Plankton gets out of jail. There's even been one episode that Krabs said these very, very, very similar lines. He says, but I haven't made up more punishments for the prisoner yet. And I believe that is Krabs' cruel-hearted nature. He loves to torture his arch nemesis, Plankton. Now, how does this tie to this Krabby Patty secret formula? Krabs knows Plankton's shop is failing because he's selling chum, which is basically ground up fish, to fish citizens, which Bikini Bottom citizens all hate. It's sort of like cannibalism, but not really cannibalism, but like the fish are more like humans, cannibal, you know what I mean. So, preying on Plankton's downfall, Krabs may have made up a secret formula to give Plankton a goal. Because if Plankton wants to be successful, he needs to have successful food. And since Krabs made this secret formula that makes his burgers taste better, Plankton has a goal: to steal the formula. And that gives Krabs a perfect reason to bully Plankton. Krabs is this very open book character. By watching a few episodes of SpongeBob, you can judge that Krabs is not generally a good person. I wouldn't say he's a bad person. He's a bad boss. Because, well, he's greedy. He's literally one of the deadly sins. Greed. Anyways, but there is one very, weird thing about this. And people might say, this is the truth that breaks my whole case wide open. But wait, I have evidence that this is not yet. In the movie Sponge Out of Water, Plankton at the end does receive the Krabby Patty secret formula because Plankton turns into this Hulk looking like guy, but Plankton doesn't keep it. Plankton gives it back to Krabs. Mr. Krabs is surprised by this because Plankton is trying to steal the Krabby Patty secret formula. People saying that's because Plankton has finally realized that it's not worth it. And I say that's where you're wrong. You see, if Plankton were to get the secret Krabby Patty secret formula that way, he doesn't feel the satisfaction of victory. He just feels like that's not the right way to do it. So he gives it back to Krabs so they can try it all over again for another 14 seasons or so. Pretty sure there's not 14 seasons, I'm just saying there's a lot more seasons than there is. But anyways, what do you guys think? Could the Krabby Patty secret formula not be a secret formula, but just a simple way to have Mr. Krabs draw more customers to make more money? Or is he using it just to bully someone else to make themselves feel better? Or is it both? What do you guys think? Yo, I'm not blind. I know people are saying math, but I'm telling a theory here. But if you guys really want me to do math, sure, I'll do math. All right, what kind of math? You know what? Krabby Patty math? I don't think Krabby Patty has math. Yeah, the theory is very interesting. Also, I want to disprove this theory, but I really have no evidence. I'm gonna say the Krabby Patty meat is not made from Pearl's mother, because I don't think that's. I have no way to disprove that. There's so many theories online just saying it is made from. The thing is, I just think Krabby Patty secret formula is a hoax. I mean, the burger is not the secret. The patty in the burger is the secret. But I also think they're just a regular patty. There's no secret about that. Okay, hold on. Give me a second here. I need to write this down. Someone give me a math question. Oh my gosh. Alright, before people start spamming, I need to write this down because someone just gave me a Krabby Patty question. Thank you, Casey, for subscribing. Alright, so he said, is that 1 million? So 1 million Krabby Patties times 20 Krabby Patties divided by 50, right? Okay, that's going to be 20 million. 20 million divided by 50. That's 4 million. Million times 20. 20 million. 20 million divided by, what was it, 50? 4 million. Simple. Yeah, that's right. My voice is starting to die. I have one more theory. I'll be right back. There we go. I'm back. Anyways, here is a theory. I believe that Sandy Cheeks is a spy. Let me explain. Sandy, other than Kenny the Cat and some other random one-side character, is one of the sub-main characters that exist in almost every SpongeBob episode. But Sandy is the only land animal that exists consecutively. We're not talking about the other land animals that come in once an episode. Sandy is almost in every episode. So the directors of this show here clearly want to make Sandy one of the sub-main characters other than SpongeBob. Let's just say Sandy's almost as important as Squidward or Patchwork or Mr. Krabs. Because I'm pretty sure she probably exists in more episodes than Pearl, Mr. Krabs' little daughter. Why is that? I believe Sandy was sent from above, we know she's from Texas, sent down to the ocean to study how these animals live underwater. Because, well, Sandy is depicted as very smart in the show compared to the other sea creatures. But as we all know, squirrels are not that intelligent. I'm not hating on anything right now. I don't have no squirrels. Anyways, there's a few episodes in time that we see, Sandy communicating with the narrator, calling him Frenchie. And Frenchie sometimes explains to Sandy what certain things do. A major clue is that in the episode where all the fish gets turned into unevolved primitive fish by the green sun, Sandy contacts Frenchie and asks Frenchie what is going on. Frenchie explains the green sun or the green moon or whatever you call it, turning people back. Don't you think Sandy is not a spy? If she's in a spy, why does she, have contacts to the legit narrator of the show? There really isn't much evidence to support that Sandy isn't a spy, and there's not enough evidence to support Sandy is a spy, but I'm just saying, Sandy to me seems like a spy. Because you might look at every other creature. They're all sea creatures, they all look somewhat similar, except for the main characters of the show. They look completely different because that's how main characters are. But Sandy is an exception. Sandy is a squirrel. She's the only squirrel in Bikini Bottom. She doesn't leave Bikini Bottom. She's also very smart, and she likes to be around the sea creatures. She likes to be around the main cast. She doesn't just scale herself back. So I would say, what is about that makes this weird? How does that make Sandy a spy? And I believe that Sandy is trying to befriend all these characters to study their patterns. Sandy is multiple times showing up to these people's houses where she has her own. Not to come over to celebrate, just to come over to find them. Sandy also leads a lot of investigations when people goes missing. Sandy is also mad when people call her not smart. But the thing is, we also see a lot of incongruencies. Sandy can make rockets. If she can make rockets, there's no doubt she can travel back up to land. She's not stuck there, apparently. So, after all the evidence, I know there's not much, but do you believe Sandy could be some sort of spy sent on these sea creatures? We also know that SpongeBob is being filmed by, SpongeBob is a documentary filmed by divers, because we multiple times see, just random things that are humans in the water. The only two human marine animals are Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy, and those two are miniature humans, I guess. I guess humans are also land animals, but I guess they spend enough time in the water they become semi-aquatic animals. We've actually never seen Sandy take off her helmet. Unless it's in the tree dome. And that's a pretty obvious reason. But have you ever wondered why Sandy's underwater suit looks like a spacesuit and not a diver suit? We clearly know what diver suits look like. But Sandy's costume doesn't look anything like that. Why is that? Because I believe Sandy doesn't actually know how to swim. I don't believe Sandy knows how to swim. So she needs a spacesuit to travel underwater. And not a swimsuit, because Sandy does not know how to swim. Now that does not tie into the spy theory, that's just a tiny mini thing I realized. Anyways, I do have one more theory. That I believe that Patrick Star never existed. I believe Patrick Star is a robot. Many seasons, we've seen inside Patrick's brain. It's always replaced with gears or mechanics or whatever, but every time we see it at people's other brains, they're just regular brains. But Patrick seems to have this cogwire system inside his head. We also seen in the episode where Patrick loses his head and SpongeBob mistakes brain coral for his head, we see that there is a plug that goes in that turns on Patrick's brain and makes him smarter. And also, many times where Patrick has been thinking, we see sparks come out of his head. instead of the regular thinking. We've seen sparks come out of his head. So I believe Patrick is a robot. A very malfunctioned robot. A not too smart robot. But I guess maybe Patrick is just made purposely an idiot, so people wouldn't think that he's a robot. Anyways, how does this tie to Scary Sunday? Conspiracy theories. That's why it ties to Scary Sunday. If you guys want me to replace the entire Scary Sunday series with more conspiracy theories about different shows, leave a like. If you want me to keep the original series Sundays format, drop a comment down below. Otherwise, this is the end of this Scary Sunday. See you guys on the next Scary Sunday. Goodbye.